So we're happy to say that our 2021 Disney trip is on the books. Why are we going?
We are going, well, first of all, we had planned on all of us going, and then we changed our mind and decided that we are going to go by ourselves because it's our 10th anniversary this year, and we figured we should celebrate without the kids.
We were supposed to go to Hawaii for our 10th anniversary. Aulani, anybody? But because we've never been before, I know Aulani's open, but there were some other things in Hawaii we wanted to do, and we're deciding just to hold off on that till things are a little bit more back to normal. But we go to Disney World all the time, and it's been since 2013 since we went just the two of us. So we're like, now is the perfect time. Let's do it. So we're booking our 2021 10th anniversary solo adults only trip. No kids, no grandma, just us. And we're looking forward to it. In the coming weeks, we're going to be planning our food, what park days we're going in, and we'll clue you guys in each step of the way of our planning process. Just so you know what we're thinking of already, we're going to be going the first week of May. We debated between May and June. We settled on May because the parks will be a little less crowded, not as hot. Why don't you talk about some of that decision making that we had?
Initially we had wanted to do June because officially our wedding anniversary is in June. So we had thought about actually going the week of our wedding anniversary. However, and we had also thought about that because we'd hoped by June maybe the hours would be longer. But then we decided that the smaller crowds in May, because schools are still in session, and it's usually the last couple weeks for a lot of schools, meaning parents usually don't pull their kids out of school as much those weeks. At least in the past. We'll see how this year goes. So we figured that week wouldn't be as crowded. And we've gone in June before, and it has been really, really hot and wet. So we're hoping with May it won't be quite as hot, quite as crowded. And it worked out easier also on this end with both our sets of parents watching the kids.
This year is a little unique for us. In the past, we have been able to take the kids whenever we've wanted because either our oldest has just been in preschool or the kids haven't been in school. So we had the flexibility really to go any time of the year. And typically with that flexibility, we always choose to go either the first 2 weeks that school starts or the last 2 weeks before most schools get out. The reasoning behind that is the first week of school, parents are going to want their kids to be in school. The last 2 weeks of school, especially if you have older kids, finals are going on and events and things like that are going on, graduations. So again, parents are less likely to take their kids out during those particular weeks of the year. So we really like those weeks. We've gone in September. I personally have gone in September twice. We've gone in May once before. We've gone in November. We've gone in February. I've been in January. We've really been sort of all over the board. We've been to February twice. February is a great time to go, but it's hit or miss with the temperature.
And it's hit or miss right now whether somebody's sick as well, because right now they're being very strict about, you cannot go in if you are sick at all, even with the sniffles.
In 2019, that's when we went in February. I had the flu for like the 2 weeks before we went, or about a week, I guess, before we went. Now it's like in retrospect, should we have even gone? Because everything with COVID, people's minds are a little bit more conscious of that type of thing. Now they won't even let you in the park. So you risk going this time of year, you risk the possibility of having somebody in your family sick. So and this is, February that we're recording this. So we have about, 77 days according to Alexa, 77 days to the first day of our trip. And we just got the trip booked yesterday on the books. We did have a family trip planned for June, but this past week we decided we want to go solo. It's our 10th anniversary. We're just doing it. And so we got the trip booked yesterday. We're staying at the Caribbean Beach Resort first week of May. We're also debating or planning maybe doing Blizzard Beach. And we're thinking of a few restaurants like Tepanidu, Topolino's Terrace, some of these places we're leaning towards going. We're going to do some more research. We'll let you know what our thoughts are on the research and what we pick eventually down the line. If you have any recommendations for us, we just booked our planes. We are going to rent a car, so we're renting a car when we get there so we can drive and have the flexibility to go around as we want. But any recommendations for what to do after the parks close? As it currently looks, the hours are going to be the same as they are currently, so parks are going to be closed by 7 p.m. at the latest for the latest park. That means after 7 p.m. it's like, what do we go do? Personally, we don't drink. We're not really big into the nightlife per se, but we're thinking of just, riding the Skyliner at night, walking around our resort, checking out some different resorts, maybe going and getting snacks at them. So if you have some resorts you know of that have the greatest snacks or places that we should go check out after the parks are closed, would definitely entertain those recommendations.
Or any favorite snack places in Disney Springs as well.
Yep.
It's not our favorite thing to necessarily get over there, but because we won't be worried about kids or anything, or, whether they're back in the room.
And at the same time, when we went to Disney Springs, we drove there, and it seemed like a pain to figure out how to get into the parking garage. The GPS was telling me one way to go, then it went completely bypassed, and the signs that are around Disney Springs, just really confusing to me. I think maybe I'd take a bus, but we're kind of hesitant on the bus, so I don't know. Just, again, let me know what your thoughts are, different places to go, different things. We are thinking about checking out the Gideon's Bakehouse to get some of those massive cookies. That is something we definitely want to do. So we will go to Disney Springs at least once, but maybe we'll go a couple of times. Your recommendations, your thoughts are appreciated. We'll catch you next time. Yep, right there. All right, hands stop right in the face. And we'll catch you next time.